Hi trainers, Nishitai here with my first Umamusume video. I'll be talking about probably one of the most important things about this game, besides the racing of course, which is training. Hopefully this will make training easier to understand on your first day, so let's get into it. So we'll be discussing how to start a training and everything you will see and encounter while training your Uma. Shown here are the topics I'll be going over. Feel free to pause at any time if you need more time to look things over. Okay, so after hitting the career button to train, you will need to select your Uma to train. 1-star Umas that should be available at this point at the beginning are Major Ryan, Agnes Takion, Winning Ticket, Sakura Bakshin, Haru Urara, Fuki Kitaru, Nice Nature, and King Halo. So my recommendation is to start with Major Ryan for your first run. Of course, you're welcome to select whoever you'd like. I just wouldn't recommend Haru for your first run. As you can see, each Uma here has their own unique base stats and aptitudes, meaning each Uma has their unique distances, track types, and positions they excel in, and those range from an S to a G. As you can see with Major Ryan, she could do turf tracks really well, but trying to train her in dirt might be difficult. Since it's not recommended to train her in. And the same applies to the other categories as well. But as you can see in leader and betweener, for example, she has an A in both, so which one would you focus on training? Well, that comes with what skills she comes with, and we'll discuss skills later on. Now, after selecting the Uma you want to train, you'll need to pick your parent Umas. Parent Umas are very important. They will help you, as you can see in the image there. They can help increase your base stats and also even potentially raise one of those A aptitudes to S, which could really help in races as well. S aptitudes can give slight bonuses. I won't go too into that. More in-depth guide to parents and inheritance is included in there. That's a whole another topic in itself. Alright, and now after you picked your parent Umas, you now need to select 6 support cards. Support cards can range from rare rank to SSR, which are rainbow cards. Obviously, the higher grade the card, the better skills and bonuses you'll get from them when training. These are very important to have the correct cards to have while you're training your Uma. Support cards can trigger random events and also give stat bonuses, and they're just very important while training. When they come up in the gachas, I highly recommend not skipping out on them. Okay, so on to speed, stamina, power, guts, and wisdom, also known as wit stats. You'll probably spend most of your time stat building throughout your training. Depending on the facility you select, you will be getting a bonus in that main category. So if you pick the speed one, you'll get a bonus in speed, as well as 2 other smaller bonuses in 2 other categories. So first is speed. That obviously will affect your maximum speed of your Uma. Stamina will be the amount of energy your Uma uses while they're racing. Power is pretty complicated. You might hear different things about it, but in short, power helps in keeping your positions and also turning in corners and hills, and also blocking other Umas from passing you up. Guts is another complicated one that you might hear a lot of things about, but I think the most important thing to take away from it is that it could possibly lower your stamina consumption, which will help in longer races. And last, wisdom or wit. It helps with the activation of your skills. And training in wit or wisdom, it will not deplete any of your energy bar. It will actually recover a small amount of energy. Now let's go over skills. Skills are what you can buy from the skill shop with your skill points. Skills are what an Uma can use in races and can range from speed type skills, acceleration boosting skills, stamina recovery, and so on. Skill points, you can get those through some of your support cards or even during racing as well. There are 3 kinds of skill types. There's the common ones, which are the gray ones shown there. Evolved skills, which are gold version of those skills, which you can get through certain support cards, and there's also unique skills, which will be the rainbow ones, which each Uma has their own unique skill. And the pink ones are evolve skills, which are usually available to evolve at the end of your training if you reach the certain requirements to do so. During your training, there'll definitely be a time where you need to restore your energy gauge, which will be in the top middle of your training screen. As you can see in the image, it's the rainbow energy bar. It could be either restored by resting or going on a date with your Uma. Picking the rest option, which should be the left option, it will randomly replenish 30, 50, or 70 points. Most commonly it's supposed to be 50, but usually I get 30, which sucks. And there's also an infirmary option. It will be grayed out unless you have a negative stat effect on you. Other than that, you shouldn't be able to select it. As I mentioned, going on dates earlier can also raise your energy bar. It could also raise your motivation. Motivation will be a factor as well, and your Uma's current motivation will be shown on the right side of the energy bar. It could help improve your trainings when an Uma is in a good motivation, and they could also race better when their motivation is at the max as well. Now, of course, racing is evolved during training as well. Each Uma has races that are required to participate in as a part of their training. Each Uma, so they have mandatory races that are scheduled in their race scheduler. If you feel like you need to select more races because your Uma needs more fan count, feel free. You could schedule more if you feel like it's necessary. Just don't schedule 3 in a row. If you race 3 in a row, they could lose more energy than normal, and they could get demotivated as well. Yeah. Alongside required races are also required goals or events that are unique to each Uma as well. They can range from having a certain fan count to having to get 3rd or better in a race. These training goals and events need to be met, or your training will just end cold turkey right there. So it's important that you get these goals out of the way. Also, randomly, each character has their specific events as well. Those could also give stat bonuses, skill points, or even positive status effects. But just keep in mind that negative effects can happen as well. And that is the bare bones to what you can expect to see while training. I hope this was helpful and will make your first day at Trasen Academy easier. I've included some helpful links which will also be in the description below. Feel free to comment what you are looking forward to the most. And don't forget to subscribe, because there will definitely be more Uma videos regarding training scenarios, other modes, and of course gacha. Until next time, trainers. See ya!